church say amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. First of all, giving honor to God, the Most High, creator of the universe and all that is in it. My cousin, pastor, and Mrs. Where she go? Where's she? Okay. McCain.
Amen.
The Zion Church family. Thank you all for welcoming me to be in your presence today. There's a word that I want to, in the language of the young people. Wait, first of all, where are my young people at? I'm going to take my glasses off to see y'all, but I need them on to see my writing. Are there any young people in the back? Come on up, right? Come sit right up here by my daughter and by Pastor and right on this first, second, third. You all right, Pastor? You ain't got to move. Y'all, come on, young people. Come up here. Because he asked me to come talk to y'all specifically.
All right.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Amen.
Come on, don't be bashful. I ain't going to bite. Not today. I'm loud enough here. Real loud. All right. Come on. Come on. You want somebody to sit with you? Somebody should sit with you. Okay. Sit right there. I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise. Okay? You're so pretty too. Okay. Now before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the reasons why I'm able to stand before you today. I believe poet Maya Angelou, in one of her poems, she had a line that I think it referenced the Bible, but she has a line, she says, I go alone and stand as 10,000. I go alone, but stand as 10,000.
Yeah.
What I interpret that to mean is that we are never, ever alone.
That's right. Yeah.
There are faces that we see and faces that we cannot see that have helped us get to where we are.
All right.
That have helped me get here to you today.
That's true.
Those faces guided us through the good, the bad, and the ugly of our lives.
Yeah.
Those faces of those people that are still with us and those that have gone on, they managed to conduct themselves in a certain kind of way in our presence being children. So we could have good examples of how to live our lives.
Yeah.
We call some of these people mama and daddy and grandma and great-grandma, uncle, auntie, cousin, brother, sister, friend, neighbor. We have a lot of words for defining who these people are, describing who these people are.
Yeah.
Okay? I've heard several words since I've been sitting here today. Brothers and sisters in Christ. My church family.
Yeah.
These are words that we use to describe the people, these beautiful brown faces, right?
Yeah.
That gave us the examples of how to live and how to conduct ourselves.
All right now.
Okay? Now, there are some names that I'd like to mention today, to acknowledge. These names are some of the names of the folks that provided that love and care that got me here to this particular moment in this particular time.
Yeah.
The first couple of names are in this room. The first one is Earlene Gillett. It's my auntie.
Yeah. Amen.
And Cousin George McCain is my cousin because my grandmother is a McCain.
Yeah.
And I think the longest conversation we had was at Uncle Peter's funeral.
That's right.
And then we hooked up on Facebook.
That's
Yes.
right.
And he said to me when I came to Vacation Bible School in Earlene a couple weeks ago, he said, we want you to come back and talk to the youth.
Mm-hmm.
I said, are you sure you want me to come talk at the church? He said, yeah, I see you on Facebook and whatnot. Yeah, come talk to the youth.
Yeah.
I said, if you see me on Facebook, are you sure you want me to come talk to you? Okay, so, and what I mean by that is, I'm not on Facebook hooping and hollering and fighting and cussing and carrying on. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
That's not who made me and who raised me.
Yeah.
But I'm on Facebook and I talk about politics and I talk about black culture. And sometimes it sounds very unfamiliar to a lot of the elders who are here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the young people,
Mm-hmm.
y'all get excited about some of that stuff that y'all see and hear, right? So I'm talking to you today, all right? I'm talking to you. And I'd like to think I'm not far from your age, but I'm actually older than maybe what I look, and definitely feeling how old I am these days. Some other names I want to mention who are not here that are still with us in the living: my aunt Jamesetta Anderson, my uncle Booker Anderson and Roxy Anderson, my aunt Nancy Smith and Ellis Smith. They're my elder aunts and uncles. And my daddy, Jethro H. Anderson Sr., who's now an ancestor, and my mother, Helen Anderson.
Yeah.
And if you ever went to Eden Gardens Junior High, or Bethune Middle School, or in the High Steppers, or whatever the case may be, yes, that's my mama. Somebody clapping, they know the truth, okay? There are so many other names that I could call, but I only have a few minutes. But I do want to say, those that are living and those that have gone on to glory, as we call it, they are part of the Christian family that brought me up, that raised me. And I mention or use the term my Christian family because I have grown to have many people in my circles of operation. Okay? Or my spheres of association. Okay? Remember those phrases, my circles of operation. Okay? And my spheres of association. Okay? Now, what those fancy phrases mean is this. I have done many things in my life that has made people I do not know feel that they know me. They know the name Jolivette Anderson, or Jolivette the Poet Warrior, or Jolivette Anderson-douoning, or Naja's mama. That would be my daughter.
Hi.
They may know me as Miss Anderson's daughter, or Jethro's daughter, or Jacqueline and Jethro Jr. and Arvin and Quintina's sister. They may know me as all of these different things. Other folks may know me as the lady on Facebook that has over 3,000 followers, who she don't know many of them, because she met them because of my circles of operation, and my spheres of association. Facebook friends ain't real friends. Let's get that straight.
Somebody get that straight.
Get that straight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So those 3,000 followers who always, I'm always posting stuff about black folks and Africans all over the world and whatnot. And I travel to different places all over the world and whatnot. Well, for me to have so many people to know me, to know my name, I have had to have been out in the world, doing a few things. So I made choices based on how I was brought up right here in Shreveport about the kind of things that I wanted to be associated with out in the world. Okay? So for clarity, when I say the world, I don't necessarily mean it in a pejorative, in a negative sense. Okay? The connotation of the world, I find that the world is a beautiful place. There's so much joy and beauty and peace and loving human beings. I have a family in the United Kingdom, I have of all races and backgrounds. I have family in Indiana, in Mississippi. Everywhere I've lived, I've managed to have met a lot of good, decent people. Okay? All of them were not Christian. but they were still they still practiced what we were raised on with Christian principles and values. And I recognized that in them, and they recognized it in me, and we were able to connect on other issues.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying to you young people is the foundation that you are getting by coming to church this morning, and every time you feel like you're being dragged up in here, okay? It is creating a foundation inside of your spirit.
Yeah.
That's going to fortify you and give you a constitution that's going to help you survive in some difficult situations that will, not if, but will take place in your life.